Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Tyro's Year of Lupin 2016, where we're doing all the Lupin coverage for all the animated releases throughout the years. Last time, we spoke about the movie special From Russia with Love. That was made in 1992. Click the annotation on the top or the YouTube card, that'll take you back to that video if you missed it. But now we're moving on to the next one, which is called Orders to Assassinate Lupin or Voyage to Danger. Voyage to Danger is the one that people most know it by, to be honest with you. So, this movie starts off with a bit of a surprise. Basically, Lupin and Jigen are on the run as usual, and they're caught by Zenigata. Now, they're about to run away from Zenigata, where Zenigata just storms in the room and just sits down, and he lets Lupin know that after all the years of not being able to capture him, the Interpol have actually reassigned him to a different case, and now Lupin has got a new target on his back by a new mercenary guy called Keith, I believe. And this Mr. Keith, he's not just gonna capture Lupin, he's gonna kill him if he gets his hands on him. So that raises the stakes a little bit, and Zenigata is just so deflated. In this movie, he actually joins the Lupin team because he gets orders to, instead of chase Lupin, he should chase his other group called Shot Shell, which are this group that are kind of trying to set up war with missiles. So Lupin decides that, you know what, he's gonna help Zenigata find this group called Shot Shell and also try to get some money out of them because they're weapons dealers, and Lupin figures that he can help Zenigata get some money and just have a good time. So this movie's got the usual gang here. They've also got the token female character, Dr. Karen, who's a Russian scientist or spy who helps with the bigger elements of the plot, and there's something to do with Jigen, but I don't want to get into spoilers. We'll get back into that a little bit. So first of all, what did I think of the movie? So, like I said on the last video, we're in 1993 now with Lupin. And first thing that stands out to me is the animation. Distinctively, there is a big difference, and throughout the 90s, you're going to see the animation quality improve from the 80s, definitely. So the character designs in this movie actually reminds me more of the Fuma Conspiracy in Castle Cagliostro. It looks a lot better. The character designs are designed better. It doesn't have that stringy look of the TV series, of the Red Jacket series. It looks more, it's more detailed, it's better. But the colours are a lot more drab. In this movie, it's very dark, it's very gloomy. It doesn't have the spice, it doesn't have the flamboyant energy that you usually see from a Lupin movie. And that's one of the biggest downers. It looks better overall, but it looks kind of drab. The characters, well, like I said, having Zenigata join the team is one of the first times I've seen it in a Lupin movie. So that makes it interesting, and he's fun. So although him chasing Lupin is what we see now and again, it's nice to see him have a different take. The other team members, Jigen, Fujiko, well, they're all on the same page. For once, Fujiko isn't on the trying to chase some guy. She's on Team Lupin, and they're all trying to capture this group called Shot Shell. And the way they do it first is they steal a submarine, then they try to work for the guy, and Lupin thinks he's so smart in this movie. He thinks he's trying to edge his way in and get that money, but as usual, things don't turn out that way, and there's a bit of a, I want to call it a twist, but things go a little bit, as they say, tits up. And you know, it's kind of fun to watch. The things that stand out about this movie is, when it comes to heist, this movie does heist one of the best ways. You see Lupin setting things up, you see him going to buy the gadgetry he needs, you see him stealing the submarine, even though that's a little bit easy, and even when he's helping Shot Shell do a heist, you see how he does it. And even when he tries to steal the money from him, you see how he does it. So you're actually getting to seeing the heist part. But the thing that disappointed me about this movie, it doesn't have the fun energy of a Lupin movie. It reminds me more of another James Bond. You got this mastermind villain. What's this guy's name? Well, I forgot the villain's name, but the villain is one of those stereotypical James Bond weapons dealing villains that, although he's fun because he's so like slimy and swarmy, you've seen it before, and that's what kind of makes the movie forgettable. It's got a plot we've seen 100 times in action and spy movies, and it doesn't have that, you know, that fun energy that Lupin has. And it's very dark. The whole movie is in a very darkish kind of tone. I don't mean dark as in violent or depressing, I just mean dark as in it feels more like a heist procedural in a way. It made it forgettable, to be honest with you. I was kind of bored by this movie, and it's not a bad movie, but being boring is kind of a sin for Lupin, and for me, That's what makes it doesn't stand out. I've complained about some of the other movies that they're too zany or whatever, but this one is kind of boring. I was bored. I knew where things were going to go, plot point by plot point, but I can't deny it was much easier on the eye. But for me, story always trumps presentation. So the sound on this movie, again, they don't use a lot of the classic Lupin themes. The soundtrack on the whole is very drab again, and they don't use the themes well. A twist on the Lupin theme is there in a kind of a noir feel to it, but overall it's kind of just down and dark and kind of heisty. But you know, I was kind of like, oh, where's the energy in the Lupin movie? But one thing I noticed is that it was actually very easy for me to find an English dub of this movie, because this is part of Funimation's Lupin pack. Funimation seemed to have 10 movies that they got to dub of the Lupin series, and most of it was in the 90s. So from the next couple of movies you're going to see, I have the English dubs for them. So all the way up until 1999, I'm going to be talking about the English dubs performance, and in this movie they were adequate. But like I said, I've seen some of these dubs before. I've seen some of these voice actors do the previous Lupin movies, and it's fine. I don't have a problem with the English dubs of Lupin, to be honest with you. So overall, I would give the movie, it's okay, you know. I don't want to hate on it too much, because the presentation's good, it is watchable, but the biggest sin is I was just a little bit bored, guys. I'm sorry, but the energy of the Lupin energy wasn't there. But it was nice to look at, although it was a little bit dark. So looking at the outside opinions on IMDb and My Anime List, people either love this movie or they hate it. People either agreed with me that it's kind of boring and kind of forgettable in the grand scheme of things. People say this saved the Lupin franchise. A lot of people didn't like the old animation style. They like this style and they think this is fun. So again, it's kind of polarizing. But you know what, guys? What did you think? Leave a comment down below. I have a feeling that I'm part of the lesser crowd that are harping on this movie and don't like it as much. Well, I think most people I've spoken to and most people I've found actually like it. It's competent, but it's just boring. And that's just me being blunt. But again, I want to hear your opinion, guys. But that was this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content to your YouTube feed. Also hit the annotations for all the other stuff we do as we continue on the Year of Lupin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Peace out.